Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. We have moved all the way to the month of December. Been rather busy between episodes. End of October, I finished up all the corn harvesting, bringing the corn over either to here for some pig food production, and also the rest of the corn went to the ethanol plant, made some ethanol. So we got some cornmeal that's been now distributed over here, and we've been making some TMR with it. That means we can now go ahead and sell this building right over here. It's got a little bit of material into it, maybe like 7,000 liters of silage and a little bit of other stuff here and there. Not too concerned about it. We'll just go ahead and sell it. The whole month of November, I've been fiddling around with the new BGA modular update, and it's getting to be one of those mods that is starting to get a little bit too much. If you're just into simple mods, it's probably not for you. And at this point, I'm not sure if it's for me either right now. It's a little confusing. I spent maybe 3-4 hours taking care of the old BGA, selling it, putting down the new one, adding the materials back in, and then trying to figure out all the inputs and outputs. It's a little bit too much, and I still don't have a full understanding of the whole modular BGA at all. So I don't want to get into too much detail or start talking about it does this, does that, because I don't have a full grasp of it yet. I don't know if I'll ever will either. So there is that. I think the cows are all taken care of for now. Let me go ahead and check what's going on with the cows here. Oh, I'm already on the page. So I just topped them off with straw. They got a good amount of milk, and of course I just topped them off with some TMR, so they are good. And let's see, while I'm here, let me check on the other animals. Let's see what there's going on here. The horses got good enough food here. The sheep, all right, so the sheep need some hay. So I need to take care of the sheep. And, they got some hay left into them, so that's good. But got to take care of them both. The pigs are getting a little bit low on some pig food. And the chickens are doing the chicken thing. Right now, across the map, we got the Franks doing some work. We got some stone picking going on in this field here. This is our main farm. The sunflower fields have both been plowed and stone picked. And right now, we are plowing the cornfield here. Then I got to get over here and plow that cornfield as well. But since we're here, let me go ahead and get a couple things done. First thing I want to do is we'll go ahead and get rid of this TMR building. There's no TMR in it, so we'll just go ahead and sell it. So let's go into construction, click on that, and sell that. So I'll get some cash for it. As far as I can see, it's not like in Farming Simulator 19, when we sold buildings that had material in it. I think we got, it would say a prompt would come up and saying, do you want to sell the material that's in it for so much? And I'll be like, yes, sir. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this object right here because we don't need it anymore. And then I'll turn that back off so I don't goof it on up. So that gives us some little bit of space here. It might be a nice little place for a smaller shed for our TMR mixer. I was just trying to figure out, though, how I want to do this. Let me go ahead and move this out over here for now. And I apologize for the flickering trees. I mean, you should have been here for November. They were a lot worse in November. And I know people keep trying to give me tips of what to do, and I've basically all the tips people have been telling me to do, I've already done those, and they haven't helped at all. So not too sure. Not too sure what's going on there. And it only does it with the fall colors. Alright, so what I want to do here, I'm not sure if I'm going to grab 2 bales up here or just 1. Alright, just 1. Just lower that down. Yeah, so far today with the BGA, like I said, I'm still trying to figure that out. Currently, in the month of December, I have made no money from the BGA. Now, I don't know if because they don't work at nights. I know sometimes in some modules like that, they'll have certain working hours. I'm going to guess that you guys are out of grass/hay. There we go. So I'll see here when we hit 9 o'clock if the BGA has made any money. So if you are doing the new modular BGA and you have any tips about the new modular BGA, leave comments below, because it would be good to know on what's going on there, because it's not quite as simple as it used to be. Well, at least I thought it was simple before. Now it's a little bit more complex. Before I put on 2 bales, I should be putting on my weight. I think the smaller weight will be fine. Spin that around. I'm going to try grabbing the 2 bales up here, and I don't know if it'll grab the one on top. May knock it off here. Let me get that lower to the ground. Don't fall off. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Come back and get that later. So after we do some of the animal tending here that we need to do, we're going to go on down, and we got the Deutz-Fahr already down to BGA. So I can kind of show you what's going on down there, I guess. How I rebuilt it. And we're going to spread some digestate down in the cornfield that's currently being plowed, which I think they are done there. You want to get dropped off, please? No, you don't want it. You don't want to come off my... How come those don't want to just slide right off? There we go. Maybe I had the bale spikes a little bit too angled. And I better go grab another bale and bring it to the other sheep pasture, because I'm pretty sure I'll forget as the day goes on. We do have snow inbound sometime around the noon hour, so I got plenty of time, really. The silage bunker over there, that is now fermented, because it's been about a month and a half. So I would bring it down to the BGA, but I don't want to do that yet until I really get a grasp on what that is doing down there. We'll drop off this bale and go on down and get one of the Franks in the John Deere 9R plowing the bigger cornfield. And we'll start spraying a little bit of digestate. Then we're actually going to move on up to the orchard farm. Not to do anything with the vines, but we're going to try something on out for... Is that actually taking it or not? Yeah, I took the hay out of that bale. So we're going to try something with the olive groves. Let's go on down here. Another field done. So I'm thinking the field that we're getting ready to plow, that is going to be a sugar beet field next season. So we can try out that modded sugar beet harvester. Let me go to here, of course, create job. Target position. Nope. Can we get it there? I'll actually have you go around 3 times here. Let's see all the lovely weeds that we have growing. Alright, and you can continue, I hope. Alright, let's skip on over to the new BGA, if we shall say it that way. Let me go ahead and put some flight mode on so we get an aerial view of what's going on here. So, yeah, the bio grinder is pretty much the same. We do have the... Oops. We do have the... I put down 2 of the big fermenters. So before we had one big one and the small one. I decided to go with the 2 because I wanted to process it a little bit quicker. So there is that. I do have, of course, the slurry tank right here. Holding tank right there. And over there now is a digestate tank. I put down these generators here I think those are the generator 2s, and this is for methane. So before I had the generators for methane and electricity, but I decided to separate them this time because of what the description of each one was. And yeah, it's not... the confusing part of this whole thing now, at least for me anyway, so if someone can explain this, that'd be great, because I'm not really following it. Where's my generators? Yeah, so the fermenters, there's a whole bunch of different settings here. I don't want to go get much into it yet, like I said, because I don't have a full understanding of it. The generators here, yeah, the factory power and soldable electricity. I'm trying to get the difference in between them and trying to figure out how to get soldable electricity, because that's what I want mostly here, because soldable electricity goes from, it doubles the amount of electricity that we have, but I'm only getting factory power. And I haven't quite figured out on how to do that. And the interesting thing with the generators is you got incoming material, but it doesn't list any outgoing products. But my factory power is going somewhere. So, and I don't know where the factory power is going yet. Haven't quite figured that out yet. So yeah, it's kind of more complex. I even looked for some videos on YouTube about it yet. And I haven't seen anyone get into detail on how to use the new BGA modular system as of yet. Anywho, let me come over to here in our Deutschfahrt. Oh, that's right, I got flight mode on. Got to turn that off, or else you can't get into a vehicle. It's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and I should be able to fill this up here, I hope. R for start filling. Now I have a lot of material that we can sell, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wait until January to sell that. We got some ethanol to sell. So we actually have a good amount of ethanol if I go back into my production buildings while we're waiting for that to fill on up. That is actually up here. We actually made 65,000 liters of ethanol, and we got back up to 31,000 liters of diesel. And the diesel's coming from soybeans, which is coming from our greenhouse. So we can sell some of that stuff. I got a whole bunch of cakes to sell. Donuts, I'm pretty sure, are piling on up a little bit. But I do have to get some milk back on down to those buildings. I made some butter recently as well. But really, the whole month of November was me just fooling around with the BGA. I actually kind of lacked on taking care of the animals. The cows pretty much went hungry. They didn't go down to 0% health, but they were pretty much down there. They were getting kind of low. Alright, let's go ahead and lower that on down and start spraying some digestate on our fields. I got about 250,000 liters of digestate currently. But in about 4 more minutes, I'm going to be interested to see what our money does. And I don't know where that stored energy, or whatever it's called, is going. Because I don't have any buildings that should be taking stored energy. Not really sure. I made some money in the month of November from the BGA, so I'm selling it somehow. I don't know. Very, very complex system. It's interesting, but sometimes I think if it gets too complicated for the standard farming simulator player, yeah, you may look at it like, yeah, it's just too much to deal with. So this field here, I'm not sure what's going to be next year. Like I said, the field behind us is going to be sugar beet. And we're going to try that harvester with the modded headers and all that. Just to give it a go. Because I know a lot of people would like to do sugar beet harvesting or potato harvesting. But a lot of people just don't like it because it just takes a long time. So we're going to give that mod a good run. I haven't quite used it yet. I just tested to make sure it would do what it said it did. Because a few people in my Discord were asking about if anyone knew of a good root crop harvester, and I came across that one and I said, this one seems to be good. And from my understanding, when they use it, they just loved it. So we'll give it a good go. And I will take you up to the sunflower field with the beehives in it, because I made them plow that field on course play and pick up the stones on course play. And overall, I think they did a decent job of it. I didn't take care of any of the patches that they missed, because I just wanted to show you exactly how they did it. So we got plenty of fields to spray digestate on. Just the one field I will not do, or the two fields I will not do, is the grass field. And I also am not going to touch the soybean field, because soybeans do not require hardly any nitrogen whatsoever. But then again, we only have 250,000 liters of digestate, which is not a lot for the amount of fields that we have. Oh yeah, and also now another reason why I do sugar beet is because we are out of sugar beet. I have now processed it all. While we're waiting for the John Deere to do what it's doing, let me go ahead and, can I visit this? No, I can visit this. There we go. I need to bring some of this honey over to the cereal production plant, because I need some honey in that. Everything else we have, we're just short on some honey. Alright, so as you can see, course play did a relatively good job. I'm not really sure why I missed that section there, or that section there, but it worked around the beehives rather well. I mean, we got a few spots here and there where they didn't plow, but that's not that big of a deal. So everything is looking rather good. So we reached top of the hour, and I don't see where we made any money from the BGA. And the best way to tell on that is to go here. Biogas plant income, 0. I'm not making any money from the BGA currently from those generators. And I'm not sure where that stored energy is going. Don't know. And right now, like I said, I spent a long time trying to figure it out. And right now, I don't want to say I don't care, but I'll figure it out later on. Alright, so while he's finishing up plowing, and this field's going to take him a while. Let's see, how we doing here? I got plenty of room for stones in there, so that's all good. We are going to come up over to here. And I think I can plant these down right now. So we're going to go in here into construction. And let's see, production, orchards. We're going to be doing this olives and olive picker mod that I just saw come out, about a couple days ago. I think it's by Raul Christie went ahead and made this mod. So basically what we're going to be doing is putting down some trees here. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Well, the only way to figure out exactly what's going to happen is I'm just going to have to place one down and see what appears, right? Now, we are on the edge of the map. I don't want to get too close to the edge of the map, so I'm going to go ahead and just... Why is it flickering like that? Stop flickering like that. The fruit cannot be planted in December. Oh, so it's not going to let me... Even though it's a mod, it's not going to let me plant it. Oh. Alright, so I'll have to wait until March to do that. I thought being a mod was going to let me plant it, but it's still technically making it like a real orchard. So instead of having... So you can see what it's going to be. You're actually going to have trees, and you're not going to have these little things. And when we harvest those trees, we are going to need... where did I find that now? Is it under miscellaneous? We're going to need this right here. The olive picker. This is what we're going to need. So basically, this can go on the front of any tractor, but it does require 85 horse or 63 kilowatts of power. Yeah, they'll go on the front or the back, I guess. And then, of course, you get up to the tree, and, of course, this will vibrate, knocking all the olives off, and you collect it a little bit faster. So we're going to be paying $6,700 for a harvester rather than getting the olive technology harvester for $306,000. So we'll end up planting those. Is it March? I think March we can plant those. Nope, wrong one. Let's see. Olives. Olives. Yes, we can plant those in March. So that's what we'll do. Oh, wait. The other thing I probably should look. Is it the same price for these trees? Production, orchards. All right, so they are actually a little bit more expensive. 260 versus 130. But, you know, I think it's going to be definitely worth it doing it this way, because each tree is 260. And you get 3 of these for 130. Yeah, we're going to go with the trees. I'm not going to do all the math right now. So that kind of sucked. I was kind of hoping to get that done. All right, that's no problem. So what I should be doing now is, before I forget, let's go here. We'll hop in the Mac Anthem. I got the trailer all set, ready to go, because I was putting the sugar beet in there. We're going to go up to the modern pig food production building. We're going to grab some pig food and bring over to the pigs, because they are low on food. I think I'm only going to grab about 20,000 liters of pig food. Is it going to let me select what I can put in here? There we go. So right now I got 185,000 liters of TMR ready to go. I think the other building held about 50,000 liters, so that's going to be pretty darn good for this. I just need to put some more hay in here, then I go ahead and make some more TMR. We're just short on hay. Pig food, we're up to 440,000 liters. It seems to distribute it out pretty darn quick. Like I said, just about 20,000 liters is all I want, because I don't have no place to put it back in, so if they don't take the 20,000 liters, I'll just have to go sell it. Not that big of a deal. Let's go top off our pigs, which I haven't checked, but I know last episode, I think I did a count. I thought I had 70 or 80 pigs, and we actually had 130. And now it's been about a month and a half since I last checked, so we could be up there around 200. And I think this pasture holds, or pigsty holds, like 360 pigs, somewhere around there. But I can walk up and see how many pigs we actually got in here. Trigger should be here somewheres. Okay. Is it further over this way? Alright, so I fed him when we put down the pigsty. That's been a while. So maybe it's on the other side of the silo? Alright, there it is. I think I'll take it all. It's good enough for now. So we're up to 140 pigs currently. Their health is at 99%. I don't know why it's at 90. Oh, because newborns will bring it on down a little bit. They got a good enough amount of food. They got a lot of slurry. And they got enough straw here. So we're about halfway full. Flight mode is on again. Let's turn that off. Alright, let's go back, and I'm going to grab some hay. I want to put some more hay into our building so we can make some more TMR, so we're good to go for a long period of time. And I think also I'm going to take the rest of the silage out of the bunker that's open, and I'll put that in there as well. And probably once I get the BGA kind of figured out, a lot of that silage in the other bunker, that 750,000 liters of silage that we have, will be going down to the BGA also to be processed. Let's go ahead and top this off as much as we can here. So those olive trees instead of olive bushes, I'm excited about doing those rather than the bushes. I don't know how much work we're going to have to do on the trees. If I got to plow around them, add manure to them. But that'll probably be next episode. We'll do some selling of our products that we have. We'll have a good amount to do. Of course, we're going to have some oil to sell, cakes, donuts. Let's grab some silage to throw in our building here. We have to move this back a little bit. How much more do I got in here? Still got 200,000 liters of silage in here, so... plenty of silage to go around. At least once we get to the months of January and the spring, summer, we don't have to deal with the flickering trees anymore. Alright, we are all set on food production for a while. Let me go grab, actually, our... well, okay. I was trying to jump into the Kubota. And I want to go grab the auto-loading trailer. I need to come over here, and you can see we're getting kind of full on the wool. And I want to get that over to tight knit. Start making some fabric so we can start making some clothing. Because when April comes around, I want to go ahead and sell all that. Probably should have taken the weight off for this. I hope it's not going to be too much weight in the back of the Kubota. To where I do a wheelie. Come on, want to grab that last one? Thank you. Hey, a floating pallet. So, 17,500 liters of wool. Pretty darn good. The sheep pasture that we just took the wool out of, that pasture is full of sheep. The other one is got like 140 in it to it, so another 50 more sheep can go in there. So we'll keep on producing a little bit more wool. I think last year with the sheep that we had, we ended up producing like 13 pallets of clothing. So maybe this year we'll get up to like 15. The next episode we'll be beginning with selling, I almost forgot, we got cereal to sell as well, so oil, donuts, cakes, all that wonderful stuff. Clothing won't be until April. There we go. There is the wool on in. Start making that fabric, if you please, and send that over to so we can start making some clothing. Well, Frank isn't quite done with his cornfield over here, but that doesn't mean we can't come over and start putting down some digestate ourselves. Let's go ahead and throw that on down. Oh, I should also mention the manual discharge mod that I was using, and then I deactivated, but then it was updated. It does work except for the part of if you're using like course play. Course play, I had course play harvesting this cornfield here. It would not unload the combine with the manual discharge mod on. I actually had to fire the worker, the course play worker, in order to unload the combine into the trailer, and then rehire a worker back. So, unless there's an additional setting somewhere on the manual discharge mod, but it doesn't seem to be compatible too much with course play. But if you're just using it regularly and you're harvesting, you can go ahead and do the manual discharge out of the combine that way. But with course play, you'll have to fire the worker, empty the combine, and then rehire the worker back. It's not that big of a deal. But it does also stop you from, if course play is going up and down the field and it's not quite full yet, but you want them to empty into your trailer, it won't unload into your trailer either that way. So yeah, either way, to unload the combine with course play, you have to get rid of the worker in order for manual discharge to discharge the combine. Got our grapes that we still need to take care of. Always going to be plenty of work to do here on the farm now. So definitely got to fill this one more time and maybe a little bit more after that. I don't think I can get this done with just one more tanker of digestate, but it'll be pretty darn close. Of course, we still got the stones to pick up. That's why we got the Franks here. They can do most of the work. I'll be still busy trying to figure out the modular BGA. Where my energy is going, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be being sold. But it's going somewhere. And once I get that figured out and the money starts coming in, but it's not going to come in as much as it used to with the BGA. That's a known fact that we do know about the mod. It won't bring it. They didn't say how much less it'll bring in. It's just going to be less. That's all I know. But would like to see some money coming in. That energy is got to be going somewhere, and I haven't figured out where yet. So I need to get to that. But in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and finish up spraying digestate on the cornfield behind us. Maybe I'll let Frank catch up a little bit. Maybe I'll actually let him get done before I go in the field. I don't want to be crossing paths with him, and then we get stuck on one another. So I'll wait for him to finish before I go over there and top that off. In the meantime, I'm going to go into construction mode and trying to figure out this modular BGA a little bit more. And hopefully by next episode, I'll have it figured out. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.